And over the past 24 months since my arrival, I'm extremely proud of all the improvements that we have made at the hospital. And those improvements are because of our staff, managers, volunteers, and physicians who are dedicated to the organization and to the community. However, we've continued to struggle with ongoing financial and budgetary challenges and have required annual support from the LHIN just to be able to balance. As a result, over the past year, we decided to partner with the LHIN to undertake a operational review or a peer review of the hospital. Because we recognize that as a small hospital, we would continue to be challenged by our budgetary pressures. So we asked the LHIN if we could engage KPMG to conduct that review, which we did. Our objective through this voluntary process was to ensure Campbellford Memorial Hospital's long-term sustainability by taking proactive measures to address our challenges. When KPMG came in, they did a review of a number of areas of the hospital, including our governance, our financial and capital management processes, our clinical quality, operational improvements, and strategic partnerships. I'm proud to say in the concluding debrief with KPMG, they indicated that the hospital had gone through, quote, an organizational, leadership, and cultural recovery. And what they also mentioned was that they had done hundreds of these operational reviews across both the province and the country, and that they had never been in a hospital where all the staff, physicians, volunteers were so happy for working here and proud of their hospital. So that's an amazing comment to make when you're going through an operational review. Furthermore, KPMG noted that the hospital is very lean and had a very lean management team, but acknowledged the fact that the management group was a real team and ensured that the objectives of the organization were met year in, year out. However, what KPMG's review did show was that the hospital's current budget and the financial situation was not sustainable without a significant infusion of funding to address both our long-term debt, our working capital deficit, and our operating pressures for the next several years until we could get back on our feet on a good financial footing.
You have told me, I've met with hundreds of residents, as I've said. I've met with the board. I've met with senior management, the team at CMH. I've met with many of our healthcare professionals in our community, and you've told me about the importance of this hospital and the importance of the long-term sustainability of Campbellford Memorial Hospital. I understand how passionate you are. I understand how compassionate this community is about CMH. You've told me, and we've listened. The importance of rural hospitals such as CMH cannot be underestimated. And that's why the government's making investments into CMH to support hospitals like these in their sustainability. So today, I can't tell you how proud I am to announce the largest investment since I've been elected. An investment in Campbellford Memorial Hospital of $5 million to ensure this is the largest investment we've announced in our riding, strictly for our riding, and this will ensure the long-term sustainability of this hospital. You've been working hard. You deserve a government that stands beside you to support you in delivering high-quality, patient-centered care. And through this investment, we are ensuring the long-term sustainability of this hospital. We are ensuring we are positioning Campbellford for the growth and to ensure that we're working with you for our long-term visions and aspirations for the delivery of healthcare in this community. And know that I will stand with you shoulder to shoulder in that as we go into the years ahead. It's important to make this investment today to ensure the long-term sustainability, to deal with some of the structural issues that have challenged our community and our hospital year over year. And this will position us and positioned me to advocate and stand with you shoulder to shoulder as we discuss the new challenges to deliver healthcare in the 21st century and some of our goals and aspirations that I share with this community for the delivery of healthcare in a rural setting in the years to come. The investment will support CMH in addressing the short and medium-term financial challenges and will relieve some and many of the financial pressures as this hospital works towards continued long-term success for this community. This historic investment will support CMH in continuing to meet the evolving healthcare needs of our community. We've shown our support as a government and our understanding of the importance and sustainability of this hospital through substantial investments that I've announced. In closing, I would like to thank this community for speaking up loud and clear to me in the election, for speaking up loud and clear over the past number of months. I'd like to thank the hospital, the board, for taking time to sit down and meet with me to discuss some of the long-term challenges. We're not a government that's going to kick things down the road. We're a government that understands making these sorts of investments today will lead to long-term benefits in the future. And I couldn't be prouder to be right here in Campbellford for what's really exciting for me, the largest announcement I've made since being elected just a few months ago. But do know this, that as your member of Parliament, I stand with the community of Campbellford shoulder to shoulder. Any notion of any worry about this hospital or delivery of care ends today. Today, we are stepping forward into the 21st century. We're stepping forward as a government, walking shoulder to shoulder with the community of Campbellford to ensure the long-term sustainability of this place, to ensure we position Campbellford, we position Trent Hills as a hub for rural healthcare delivery into the future.
Not only is this investment the largest the hospital has received since its expansion in 1987, but we believe it's also evidence of the significant support we enjoy and have earned from the provincial government for CMH and the communities that we serve. We trust that we've earned this support through the delivery of high-quality services for Trent Hills and area communities, and with the financial stability provided by this investment, CMH will ensure that we continue to do so in the years to come. As mentioned earlier, the investment provides much-needed relief from some significant financial pressures that have long dominated our focus. And with the investment, we can now turn our attention more fully, not only to the development of a longer-term financial plan, but also to a revitalized role for CMH in the evolving local and provincial healthcare system. Our preliminary planning, as David alluded to, indicates that we're well positioned by virtue of many past innovations, such as the co-location of the multi-care lodge next door, to play a leading role in the new integrated patient-centered healthcare system, but that to fully do so, we will probably need redeveloped facilities to fully allow that role to be expressed. This is a goal that we will continue to pursue in collaboration with our many partners, including the provincial government and the Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care.
Wow, that's a good start. I was really amazed. I mean, what a fantastic investment in Campbellford Memorial Hospital and in Trent Hills. We all know how important this hospital is to our community, and I want to thank David for all his hard work in bringing this forward. I mean, I've seen it in the past. He came recently with $1.7 million to get us started, and this only enhances the obvious that we have his support and the support of the provincial government. So I thank him for that, and I look forward to much success. I mean, Trent Hills, as a municipality and as a council, has supported the hospital 100% all along, so we look forward to the future.
It's a great announcement to get $5 million in one-time funding from the provincial government, and with the support of David Piccini, he was able to advocate for that. That $5 million clears the hospital's debt, which was accumulated over a significant number of years, but it also provides us operating funding for the next several years to address our pressures until we can come up with a balanced financial plan.
What's it going to mean to be able to take that debt off the books?
Well, anytime you have debt, it's a significant albatross around your neck, both personally and for the organization as well. So it limited our ability to bring on new services, to bring on new people into the organization that are required in a small rural hospital to be able to provide that comprehensive care.
Today's $5 million announcement ends any pressures that this hospital was facing, ensures the long-term sustainability of this hospital, and enables us to be in a position to look long-term at how we're going to deliver healthcare in rural Ontario.
How important was this funding for the success, for the long-term viability of this place?
I believe that without this funding, we would have struggled continually over the next several years. In fact, we would have kept falling further behind, which is why the LHIN has supported us year in, year out with funding, and that wasn't a solution, frankly. Those were just Band-Aids. This gives us a significant amount of funds to clear the debt, to deal with our operating pressures for several years, and to enable us to plan for the future.
On a personal note, I've got to say this is probably one of my most exciting days since being elected. I mean, you wake up today, and I almost was more excited. You know, it was a commitment I made when I looked in people's eyes, when they chased me down the streets during the elections and grabbed me by the arm and said, please stand up for this hospital. To be able to move the yardstick and to deliver on that, it's deeply rewarding, but more than that, to be able to look out here and see the staff, the hardworking staff of this community and this hospital, and to know that we stand shoulder to shoulder with them, it's just so rewarding.